dear viewers, to another episode of our program New Kuwait. In our program, we will shed lights on subjects related to our development and, of course, to our futuristic vision of a new Kuwait by 2035. In the show, we will meet with experts and people with leading positions here in Kuwait. And in today's episode, we'll have the honor to meet with the Ambassador of the Republic of Malta to the State of Kuwait, Professor George Saeed Zamit. Hello and welcome again, Professor.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
You are most welcome. We are always honored to have you here in the show. It's really interesting to know from you, Your Excellency, a lot of information about our country, because as you know, ambassadors, when they come, they indulge in the culture. And in this episode, we will make it about culture of Kuwait. When you came here in Kuwait, tell me about the first days. What do you think about Kuwait cuisine, Kuwait culture, buildings, streets, everything?
First of all, I would like to say that I found Kuwait a hospitable country, and the people very hospitable, very friendly. As regards food, I can say that the Kuwaitis have a culture, a gastronomic culture.
Yes.
I cannot say food, but it's a culture.
Yes.
Rich, very rich, and very healthy, because I like the fish.
Yes.
I like the rice.
What kind of dish do you like in the fish?
The hamur,
yes.
and the fish dishes are the most preferred. However, me being a vegetarian, I specialize as much as possible on vegetarian
I think
food.
we have many dishes.
Yes, and very healthy.
Yes.
So it's not only it's good, but it's also healthy.
Yes.
Even today, for instance, I was reading on the newspaper on the dates culture, on the dates harvesting now.
Yes.
And I learned a lot on how many different types of dates that
Surely,
exist, and why dates are important for our health. I mean, I find it very interesting cuisine. I like experimenting with different and tasting different foods. Yes, I find it very enjoyable.
Yes, here in Kuwait, of course, every country, they eat for need in the early days, because we're here in Kuwait, we are in the desert, so we have many things to make, from the sea and of course from the palm trees to make dates.
In fact, even this article was saying about drying the food. Why? Because of course, as you're saying, it's the people of the desert or the sea.
Yes. What about the buildings here in Kuwait? I'm sure that you have Kuwait Towers and other places, and of course you visited Mbarkiya Souk. Tell me about your experience. What do you think about
what I'm really surprised about this country.
Yes.
Especially here in Kuwait City, the different types of contemporary architecture, which it's not only architecture, it's an art.
Yes.
And me coming from the world of archaeology, architecture, I never imagined Kuwait being so not only formidable but futuristic. So even when I was invited for the National Assembly, for the opening of the National Assembly, I could appreciate the beautiful architecture. It's not traditional, but there is the traditional. I mean, there is the contemporary aspect, but in it you can still see the Kuwaiti touch, the local touch.
Yes, because the National Assembly is built as a tent, which is we stay here in Kuwait.
But not only the National Assembly. I mean, you can see banks, you can see ministries. I mean, it's an aura of contemporary architecture.
Yes. So before you came here in Kuwait, of course you heard about Kuwait, a small country. What was your opinion about Kuwait before you came? And then of course you came and you saw it different.
Between what you see, between what you read and what you see, there is a big difference, of course. When I read about Kuwait, of course I read about the history of the country and the recent history, 1990 onwards.
Yes.
And the contribution of Kuwait to not only to the Gulf but to the world.
Yes.
Okay. So My immediate impression, my immediate thought about Kuwait was the desert. Of course, like any other country.
Yes.
Me coming from Europe, from the Mediterranean, a person who I don't know what a desert
Yes.
is all about, and living in a desert. But living here, it means you live in a desert
Yes,
country.
of course.
I'm not saying that Kuwait is a desert. I mean, Kuwait is a country.
Yes, just for the viewers, because you're very valuable information to just tell them what you saw.
But living here now, I mean, I'm get used to it.
Yes.
What I say to myself, I want to live Kuwait.
Well,
It's not living in Kuwait, but I want to live Kuwait.
Yes.
Every single day for me, it's a learning experience.
It's really interesting to know about this information.
And an enjoyable experience. Let me assure you that it's a positive experience, enjoyable, exciting experience.
It's really good to know about that. Your Excellency, we will continue. We'll go to a quick break and we will continue after the break. Welcome back, dear viewers. We will continue our special interview with the Ambassador of the Republic of Malta to the State of Kuwait, Professor George Saeed Zamit. Professor George, we talked about Kuwait culture, because if you want to go to a country, even for business, for bilateral relations, political, diplomatic, you need to know about the culture. And now, as a small country here in Kuwait, and we are in the GCC countries, we are in a very strategic position, and we are intending to make it a touristic destination here in Kuwait. You said in the other episode that we make it a conference place, to make it financial hub. So this is very, very good for our country, and actually it's in our development plan in the future, which is less than 15 years from now. What do you think for Kuwait, as a small country in the GCC countries, to do in order to go there?
Yes, I think first of all, one has to understand Kuwait in context. Kuwait does not live alone. It's not alone.
Yes.
It's part of, as you're saying, part of a region of the GCC. I think what Kuwait needs is to have a specific tourism strategy, and I know that it's part of the vision.
Yes.
To have a solid strategy, whereby the country will show itself, not only to the GCC, but to the world, I would say,
sure.
about the potentials of the country, about what it can offer. And it has a lot to offer. It has got the beaches, it has got amazing hotels, amazing places.
And strategic place also.
Amazing places. I mean, Kuwait is full of resources. So please use those resources. Go beyond the territory of Kuwait.
This is the plan actually, and when you said the word potential, I felt something, because of course we are the small country, but we have a huge potential.
Yes.
So they said here in Kuwait, in order to make it a financial hub, cultural hub, and of course commercial hub, to make not only for economic reasons, but for our country to flourish, to grow. Because if you don't grow or flourish, you will die. So our vision is going there. And what do you see here when you are, I know you are only 5 months here in Kuwait, but what do you think will happen in Kuwait for your vision, about our vision?
In my opinion, knowing that Kuwait has a lot of potential and a lot of determination, my immediate impression is that Kuwait will succeed.
Inshallah.
That is my opinion about this country.
Yes.
Because it has a lot to offer. And so the fact that it has a lot to offer, it has got the right people in place, makes this potential more realistic.
Do you think we have a position to compete with other GCC countries? Because you know the competition is very high. So do you
Yes.
think we have a room for it?
Tourism is always a competition. Yes, there is always room. It all depends on the determination of the people, on the determination whether to succeed or not.
Yes, this is very interesting when you said about the people, because of course, Your Excellency, our citizens, they are the ones
Yes.
who will make Kuwait.
They are the main actors.
Of course.
If you want, you will succeed.
Yes.
If you don't want, you will not succeed.
Of
I mean,
course, this is a very important message to say, and of course, me as a citizen, I am sure, inshallah, we will succeed in that.
Yes.
And now about our vision, New Kuwait 2035. Do you think after the vision we accomplish it, what do you think we should do to maintain it, just to make it happening here in Kuwait?
There needs to be a strategy that takes stock of what's taking place. One cannot leave things to be checked after the vision. They
Yes.
have to be checked regularly.
Yes.
So I think for this vision to be a success, one needs regular checkups. Like when we go to a doctor, we need to visit the dentist, we need to go to the doctor to check our health conditions. The same is this.
Yes.
Consider the vision as a human person.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the vision is not about a country, but about a people. A people and this country.
Yes.
One cannot separate the country from the people. One cannot separate the people from the country.
Of course.
They are part and parcel.
Of course, the people who are the ones they will make.
They are the heart of the country.
Kuwaitis are the heart of the country. Very true.
Imagine the country without the people. It will be a dead country.
That's very interesting to me.
And we need Kuwait to be a living country. you know?
Inshallah, inshallah it will be. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. That
welcome.
was the ambassador of the Republic of Malta to the state of Kuwait, Professor George Said Zamit. And that concludes our episode for today. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.